Alright, this is my first attempt at a video. Let's go, boys.
What up, pimps? Alright, so now with
Get my good side.
more intensity, so it's like, what up, pimps? Okay. What up, pimps?
Alright, we'll skip the memes.
To talk about. Some of you guys may have seen us talking about this already on our podcast, but I thought that this was juicy. All is finally clear. Wish I was in Hitler's bunker. And it's fine. I can see that.
Get past the
And like you
memes.
said, the North End grew. So with that being said, there you go.
My name is Rudy Pantoja Jr. I live in the North End, grew up in the North End. We moved here in 19...
Alright, let's get something straight. This motherfucker shows up to a committee to put money towards a new police precinct. Out of all the committees you could go to, you go to the one that says more cops. That says something about you. What is it with people and cops, dude? They're dicks. They don't solve shit. They throw you behind bars. They beat the fuck out of you. They don't give you therapy. They don't give you money for food. Why would you... Oh my lord.
69. Grew up on 109th and Aurora. I am totally for a safe learning.
That's propaganda, man. The cops are good guys. That's business propaganda. That's an excuse so the government can put tons of money into cops.
Healthy environment in the North End. I'm pro-precinct.
So for those of you guys that don't know what they're talking about, they propose to build...
Yeah, he's in a healthy environment because it's a richer environment because people have more money. Whoop-de-doo, bruh.
a new police station in the north part of Seattle.
That's another thing. People don't magically just not do crime. People don't do crime because they have money, because they have careers, they're on the way to college, they have parents who care about them. It's not like there's a society and everybody goes batshit unless there's cops. No, dude, the cops don't do dick. They don't.
It's going to cost a ton of money. Rudy here came to the city council. He took time out of his day to be a great citizen that participates in our democracy.
Oh wow, this dude shows up one fucking time to go to council, and he gets a standing ovation from H through H3. Wow.
Who among us could say we do that?
Nobody.
None. Nobody but Rudy. He came down to this city council and he says, I support this new police station. Which is a complete...
Going to city council isn't a good thing. It's not. The fact that you go somewhere to have a say is not a good thing. I mean, like, just the very act of going to vote is not a good... If I go and I go vote Trump, is that a good thing? Do I get a pat on the back because I voted?
Defensible position to have, either if you disagree with him or not. The guy...
Why don't you take a position?
Came down...
Why are you so scared? Take a position. Do you want more cops? Or do you want a better society? Do you want money to go into welfare or help the homeless or therapy? I mean, like, I understand this is a comedy channel, but like, they're being absolute reactionaries. Like, they're just being like, they're trying to be as centrist as hell. Okay, you want to be centrist, fine, dude. Just stand by and watch the world burn. That's centrism for you.
He's participating in his local governance. He's doing a thing that he's passionate about, and he's taking his time to come out here. Nothing worth criticizing about.
I believe it's a
nothing worth criticizing. The fact that he worships the cops with absolute sincerity. Look at this guy's face, dude. Look at that posture. I mean, he wrote this speech. He fucking loves... He actually thinks the cops are good. It's idiots like these guys which is the reason we have so many bad cops.
Positive move in our public safety north of the Ship Canal.
Read a
I
book.
have plenty of people that's supportive of all different backgrounds in the North End. I'm here. I'm here.
No interrupt.
That's a good point. Where the fuck are they? Where's the army of people that love cops? Nobody's dumb enough to go to a council and say, yeah, let's get together and let's convince the government to put money for more cops. Because we need more cops to beat up more brown people. That's an issue.
Interrupting the other speakers, please.
So here begins the harassment by Zarna and her crew of cult outragers.
She came with a whole group. That's crazy.
I mean, Rudy came here by himself to voice his opinion.
I need a cigarette. Oh my god. Oh, boys.
And Zarna and her cronies came and, from the beginning, are harassing him. He says, I have a lot of support. Where are they? It's like, wait.
That's not harassing. That's not harassing. That's democracy. It's a fucking council. You have the right to go up there and shout. You have the right. You don't have the right to throw rocks at them, but you have the right to say, this is bullshit, and you have the right to ridicule people. You do. I mean, you do. That's democracy. Think of all those movies with Rome or with ancient Greece. You would have one guy in the middle and you'd have tons of people around him shouting. Why? Because you shout at things you find ridiculous. You discredit what you think is bullshit. You have the right to do that. Free speech. Are you? I don't even believe in free. Not because I admire free speech, but I'm not stupid enough to say that we can have a society where free speech is totally possible. That's bullshit. Somebody is going to get censored somewhere. The fact of the matter is, I'm going on a tangent, but no, if you are at a city council, you have the right to yell bullshit. Okay? You don't let some dude read Mein Kampf for 25 minutes straight and be respectful. No. That's the thing about these centrists, is that if you point out an extreme example of how of their backwards logic, you can ultimately destroy their entire logic. Now, I know some guy reading Mein Kampf for 25 minutes is an extreme example, but I'm not wrong. You wouldn't let somebody do that because you have the right to interrupt people. You have the right to yell bullshit. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to get shouted down, don't say dumb shit.
They have a life.
Yeah, it's a Monday, dude. I'm the only one who actually put aside my work and came down here on my free time. From the beginning, you can see how they approach it and Rudy approach it. They're rude, they're disruptive, it's unproductive. You're going to see what happens more.
I want to say that
It's rude.
this is, I want to thank
Boo-hoo, dude. You know what's rude? Cops beating the shit out of people. That's fucking rude. That's rude, man. You don't think that's rude? Why don't... It's like they don't want to have a position. Like, they don't want to open themselves up whatsoever. So it's all manners, it's all etiquette with the centrists.
the North Precinct for getting my heroin-addicted daughter off the street.
By the way, the position they're pushing is not centrist at all. It's pretty right-wing, letting this retard talk uninterrupted. And worshiping him. And not even giving an honest platform to the people who are heckling him.
And failing her an opportunity to get well.
let's break this down, you guys. So,
That's true, man. The reason they ask, is she white, is they're not making it about race. It looks like that on the outside. But when you think a little bit more, it's about money. They're asking, is she white, because they know she's probably in a really rich community where the cops are nice people and they actually give a fuck. That is rare. That is really rare. That only happens when cops have the time to be like that. Or when cops are like, Jesus Christ, man. By the way, putting heroin addicts in jail, that's not a good way to fight heroin addiction. This guy's congratulating the police for throwing his daughter into a cell for God knows how many months. Yeah, I'm sure she's perfectly mentally healthy after that.
So Rudy had a daughter who was addicted to heroin, and the North Precinct of Seattle helped get her off the street and get her the help she needed. Rudy appreciates them, and
The precinct didn't do shit. The doctors and the therapists did.
there
We don't need this fucked up middleman.
to show support for them. Again, you might disagree, but it's a defensible position.
It's not a defensible position. It's not.
But here's their response to his heartwarming story and support.
Availing her an opportunity to get
Heartwarming story? Nigger, why is your daughter a heroin addict in the first place? What the fuck did you do wrong? What an honorable person to let his daughter become a heroin addict. What the fuck did you do? This batshit right winger, like, I can't even, this asshole baby boomer, like, how do you let your daughter become a heroin addict?
well.
Great
I
parenting.
just find that so gross. Like what?
I
Like,
find it gross too, letting your daughter become a heroin addict.
I just don't understand. Like,
Great
it doesn't
sport.
count when the police help white people.
It's just like a really gross conversation to even have.
I guess their position, which again is defensible, is that minorities don't get the same attention as white people in their minds,
True.
or white people get treated.
That's statistically true. That's not a position. That's the truth. That's a fact. It just is. If you're not white, chances are the cops will treat you worse. That's the facts. The debate isn't whether this happens or not. The debate is why this happens. They're not even getting the debate right. The most hardcore conservatives will agree that non-white people are treated worse.
Better by the police. But the way that they approach this is so rude and counterproductive. They
It's not rude, it's democracy.
ask him, yeah, the police helped you, but is she white? But here, this is the best part.
She's Latino.
No.
Latinos are white. By and large, Latinos are white.
Or, hey,
She's Hispanic, Latino, Chicano. We're proud of our heritage.
She's Latina.
Nobody gives a fuck about your heritage, dude. Nobody's demeaning your heritage. Why even say that? You're just saying that to win brownie points.
She's not even white, you fucking loser. Like, what the fuck? You just got completely disarmed. Is she white? Like, expecting to be like, yeah, she's white. You got me. Let's close the whole thing off. She's Latino, you fucking losers. Is that going to stop them from using him and being aggressive? No.
Ad hominem.
your time
I want to say this right now. I respect you when you speak.
More respect. More respect. More respect.
Hey, excuse me.
Alright, okay. I don't understand the squealing either. It's pretty fucking... Honestly, I laughed my ass off at this part. H3 and H3, they make good comedy sometimes, and they played this one perfectly. That was pretty funny. But I would love to know why she was screaming. Like, why the... I don't know what happened, but... I'm sure she wasn't just, like, screaming out of the blue. Like, here, let me just... Nobody does that. Nobody just starts screaming and squealing for no reason. There must have been some reason. As stupid as that reason is, there must have been some reason. Maybe she was really pissed. It happens. That's humanity. People act really irrationally when they really care about something.
There has been several interruptions. I'm going to allow him a couple more seconds to wrap up his comments. I need you to wrap up your comments, though, because I'm trying to stay on.
This is a really stupid way to run a... This is all just for show. This isn't actually... This is a really stupid way to run a committee. Here, you get 30 seconds to talk. And I know 30 of you are going to say the exact same thing, but it doesn't matter. You're all getting 30 seconds to talk. That's stupid. If you want a real democracy, you want to hear the most voices as possible. It's not about mob rule. It's about diversity. That's not how you run democracy, dude.
So you know, there's a meme going around of like this.
All right, we're gonna skip the news.
Logic. If I can't argue with you, if I can't disrupt you,
I like H3, and they're funny as fuck, but like this centrist bullshit, I mean, they're just pandering to their viewers because they know YouTube is hardcore right wing, and they know they can get away with making fun of feminists.
if the point that I make that is outrageous to begin with issue white is immediately disputed, then this is my ultimate counterpoint. And listen to our argument. Here's the time. Who invented that? Yo, I need to file some copyright disputes.
I'm going to allow him a couple more seconds to wrap up his comments. I need you to wrap up your comments, though, because I'm trying to stay on time.
Why even let him speak? If he has to wrap up what he has to say, why even let him speak? See, this is me having two... This is me seeing... This is actual centrism right here. The fact that I respect him enough to say that they're giving him such a small amount of fucking time to speak. Yeah, I'm all for people having a platform. But, like, why even let him speak if you're just going to be like, oh, wrap up what you have to say because, you know, next guy.
What I have to say doesn't matter. Because I live...
They're just, like, bullying him the whole time he's trying...
It is true. What he has to say doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't know shit. I wonder how many books he's read in the past 5 years. I wonder how much he knows about heroin addiction, about police brutality, about education. I wonder how much this Blue Lives Matter idiot knows. His opinion doesn't matter. Ignorance is bliss. If you are that ignorant to ask for money to go to a precinct instead of, I don't know, helping the homeless or preventing heroin addiction. Oh shit. My entire desk just fucking broke on me again.
He's talking about his daughter
Okay, I got it.
street because of
I'm
heroin.
holding it up with my knee right
Like,
now.
he's not talking about, I don't know.
He's not in there with an American flag and a Budweiser like, I love the police. He's like,
He might as well be. He really might as well be. I mean, he's been cocksucking the police this whole time. Like,
my daughter was addicted to drugs and they helped her. It was such a great opportunity to
no, he didn't. He's full of shit.
interrupt and insult someone.
Because I live in I mean, I'm really, seriously, what matters is what everybody else has to say. We support this precinct. We think it's an important investment for public.
No shit, you support the precinct. Get off the stage. You don't have to repeat yourself. You don't have anything new to add to the table. That's not. This isn't. This is just platitudes. This is all for show.
In the North End.
Thank you.
I need to quit.
What happened off screen, I can only imagine. I can only imagine what horrors Rudy has befallen right now.
It's just a group of bullies.
They are. They're really horrible.
Yeah, showing up to council and like calling out bullshit when you see it is bullying. Yeah. If I go on a 25-minute speech, if I do a reading of Mein Kampf for 30 minutes in front of 100 black people and 100 Jews, and they have the nerve to heckle me and call me an idiot, racist. They're the bullies. I'm not the bullies. I know I'm advocating to exterminate them, but I'm not the bully, man. They're the bullies.
Vicious bullies that pretend like they're doing some great service for the good, but I honestly think they're just being assholes under the guise of being a good person because they love.
No, nobody's like, yeah, I'm gonna be an asshole. No, nobody's like, I want to be an asshole, but I'm gonna play it off like I'm a good person. That's why I'm here, because I want to be mean to this one individual. That's totally why I'm here. Who has the time? Nobody does that. Nobody's an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Unless they're fucking insane or something. No, they're there because they want to voice their opinion and because they're pissed off. And I would be pissed off too. I'd be heckling this motherfucker.
The power. They love the outrage. I don't think they care about social justice and change.
They don't care about social justice and change. They're just virtue signaling. That's not even centrism. That's right-wing propaganda. The fact that these people don't actually care about making things better. How the fuck do you know that, Ethan? How the fuck do you know that? Because they got a little rowdy? They don't care about
just like being outraged. I truly believe that. Anyone who actually cares about being productive and changing society will have a fruitful debate, because that's how you change the hearts of people.
They can't have a fruitful debate because the format of the council is absolutely retarded. If you want a fruitful debate, change shit up so that people don't have 30 seconds to talk. If you want a fruitful debate, advocate for debates happening. Don't advocate for people giving little platitudes and 30-second speeches. How is that democratic in any way? Or how is that like rational in any way? But they don't understand democracy, and they don't understand how different perspectives are shown. And they don't even have the smallest basic idea of the opposition here. They just see this polite baby boomer Blue Lives Matter idiot, and it's like this is called being a reactionary. They are reacting immediately to what's happening. They're not seeing nuance. They're not thinking, okay, why are these people mad? Why are they heckling this dude? Why are they so mad? That's a good question. Why are these people so fucking mad? That is a good question.
Minds of people, not by violently vomiting.
That's what he's trying to do. He's actually trying to make some change that he thinks is for the best.
Yeah. Next up, you may recognize her, you may know her, you may love her. This is the girl, my friends, who started it all. And she's triggered even before Mungus said my name.
My name is Zarna Joshi. I'm here to support Black Lives Matter. I'm here to speak to block the bunker. The fact that there is even a proposal to give what is a corrupt, murderous, institutionalized gang $160 million is outrageous.
$160 million to untrained cops. And when I say untrained, I don't mean like people that just got handed a gun and a badge. I mean people that don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to mental illness, poverty, heroin addiction, drug addiction, psychology, all of it. These people are not trained. They're not trained. It's not in the police code to have a degree in all of these things. So why are we giving these idiots all of this money? If you want to keep the streets safe, don't give people reason to commit crime in the first place. If you want to stop somebody from stealing, from committing crime, that's the thing. the right wants to give these broad general solutions to problems that are very specific by nature per individual. And it's like they can't, like, where does this come from? Everybody's different. Everybody has their own problems. So why is the answer give the cops more money? I don't get it.
Her position is $160 million is a lot of money. Let's give it to people who need it more. Again, is a very great defense.
She's absolutely right, by the way. I mean, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with what you just said. You can't. You can't. I mean, and you know what the funny thing is that the right knows they can't argue with it, so they twist the debate. They twist the debate. They change the arguments that the left makes, because they can't argue with the actual arguments or the actual critiques of society and of police precincts. I mean, you can hate her all you want. Yeah, she was a little bit rude. Yeah, she could have been, she could have said more productive things. But when she gets on the stage, how can you not take her position? This is the real debate right here. Is do we give the cops $160 million, or do we put that money towards programs that will actually help society? This is the debate that H3H3 should be having to their 4.2 million subscribers. This is what they should be presenting, and they should take a side. And they don't. The debate is, haha, this crazy lady was funny, and oh man, this man was respectful. And that's all they leave it at.
That's what position. You know what would help convey that?
I mean, they're trying to be centrist, but all you're doing is just feeding the right. You're just giving them you're giving them lip service. You're being this is why the term useful idiot is a thing. This is what they're being. They're being useful idiots for the right wing and for the Blue Lives Matter crowd.
Not being a outraged, puke vomiting, interrupting, psychopathic bully.
It is not that they are just a few bad apples, because all of the other apples around them speak for them and protect them.
You don't need to
That's true. That is true.
yell when there's a mic in front
There's
of
a
you.
mic. There's a mic. The point of the mic is to amplify.
Now they're just talking shit and trying to be funny. Oh, she got a little loud. Wow, let's laugh at her instead of actually, I don't know, considering what she just fucking said.
Your voice.
That means they are all bad apples. These
This isn't political comedy, by the way. This is toilet humor.
cops are the front line of defense for fossil fuel companies, for banks, for corporations, and for the developers that evict people and make them homeless. This money needs to go to people who need housing, to people who need food, to people who need...
And they cut her off. Wow. Grade A democracy right there. Grade A debate. Let's see if H3H3 says something about them cutting the mic on her. Even though she said the most productive stuff out of anybody there.
I rest my case.
I mean, look, I get it, man. It is the whole Hugh Mungus thing. It's a pretty funny situation. But can we just step back and look at the bigger picture for once? I mean, don't you have a responsibility to actually present both sides instead of feeding this Blue Lives Matter dogma?
You can't hang. You can't debate.
713,000 people watch this. 713,000 people watch this. And they all like this. It's pathetic, man. You have such a great you have such a huge platform. You could be doing so much good. But I understand you're a parody channel, okay? It's a comedy channel. But stay away from politics if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I mean, that is like the timber of the right. That is like, you're just being a useful idiot for the right, man. Like, that's all you're doing.
You can't debate me, Ela? What's wrong? Alright, so I think with the full context of what happened that day, Hugh Mungus is completely vindicated. He was shouted at.
Hugh Mungus is completely vindicated for being a Blue Lives Matter asshat.
Rudely dismissed and bullied, essentially.
Oh no! Somebody got bullied at a city council. Boo-hoo.
The very beginning. Look, there's a lot to learn from this. Okay. But of all the lessons, I think
of all the lessons, that's the most important. Don't get your political views from YouTube.
The most important one is that when you're trying to be persuasive, what are you worried about?
Wow, he's been in great mood. Keep it up.
I mean, he sort of has a point. If you're trying to be persuasive, screaming at somebody isn't the best way to do it. But then again, what choice do they have? Did you see the way that council was set up? Everybody has like, what, less than a minute to talk? And it's not even people who are like knowledgeable and like experts in this field. It's random citizens who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just like got a boner for democracy, for politics one day, and they decided to have their say, even though they don't know dick. Like, what numbers did these people cite? Nothing. I mean, all right, that's all I got for right now. I'm gonna try to make I might try to script my next video because I blanked out a lot and it's been a long day. But I just wanted to make a point about how stupid YouTube centrism is. Peace out. This has been Spooky Socialist.